Sometimes life changes, for better or for worse, and it doesn't feel real. You land a new job, lose someone, move cities, or finally get the peace you've been chasing. But instead of feeling grounded, you feel detached. That isn't weakness. It's the mind doing what it evolved to do. Reduce uncertainty. Because in cognitive science, the brain's primary drive isn't happiness. It's predictability. The brain constantly generates expectations about the world. A mental model predicting what happens next. When the world behaves as expected, it feels safe and familiar. But when reality shifts too fast, that model breaks. The difference between what the brain expects and what it receives is called prediction error. It's what you feel when things seem unreal. Not because the world is wrong, but because your brain hasn't updated yet. When life changes for the better, you might think, "This can't be real. I don't deserve this." That's the imposter phenomenon. External success moving faster than your internal self-concept. And when life changes for the worse, losing a job, a relationship, or control, disbelief sounds the same. This can't be happening. It's not denial. It's the same lag in reverse. Your mind still predicting yesterday's world. For most of human history, surprise often meant danger. A storm, a predator, a threat. Our ancestors survived by expecting stability, not novelty. So the modern world, with its constant upgrades, relocations, and reinventions, clashes with a system designed for repetition. That's why even good change can feel wrong. To your nervous system, different still equals risky. Neuroscientists describe this as predictive processing. The brain builds a model of the world, predicts sensory input, and updates through feedback. Emotion's not random. It's a signal of how well the model fits reality. When the fit is good, you feel calm. When the fit breaks, you feel doubt, anxiety, or emptiness. These aren't flaws. They're recalibration signals. Evidence that your brain is learning. When the present feels unstable, the mind drifts backward. That's nostalgia. Not just sentimentality, but a mechanism to restore self-continuity. Remembering who you were helps anchor who you are becoming. It's a stabiliser, not regression. But if the brain stays anchored too long, adaptation slows. You live between two timelines, the one that's gone and the one that doesn't yet feel real. We live in a culture that celebrates constant reinvention, new careers, new tools, new selves. But the brain still prefers repetition. That mismatch creates a silent friction. Progress feels like loss before it feels like growth. We upgrade our lives faster than our minds can integrate them. So even success can feel hollow and change can feel alien. The imposter phenomenon, nostalgia, even the fear that happiness invites loss, they all come from the same root. The brain wants predictability. If life suddenly becomes better than what you're used to, the brain doubts it. If you've learned that peace never lasts, calm feels unsafe. It's not negativity. It's pattern protection. Research supports these patterns. Studies estimate imposter feelings in 9% to 82% of professionals, depending on population and tools used. Neuroscience on predictive processing shows the brain minimizes prediction error to maintain stability, though exact mechanisms are still under study. Nostalgia studies show it increases self-continuity and emotional grounding during identity change. Across all of them, one theme repeats. Humans feel unstable, not because they fail, but because they're updating. Emotions don't measure how good life is. They measure how familiar it feels. When change happens, your feelings lag behind your facts. That lag isn't dysfunction. It's evidence that your mind is learning the new shape of your life. With time, the model catches up. What feels unreal today becomes ordinary tomorrow. So if you ever catch yourself thinking, "Why don't I feel the way I should?" Remember, the mind runs slightly behind the moment. It needs repetition to believe. The brain doesn't chase happiness, it chases coherence. And once coherence returns, calm follows. That's the quiet truth of every major change. Nothing feels real at first, until it does.